do. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Such a good feeling coming my way. Zippity doo dah, zippity yay. Howdy. Monday morning in the green room. Aha, aha, aha.
Good
Howdy,
morning.
Tom. Howdy, Tom.
Good
Howdy,
morning.
howdy,
How are
howdy.
you?
I'm just having a zippity doo dah day morning.
Good. Is nobody in the chat?
No, not much. Just you and me against the world. Sometimes it feels like you and me against the world. When all the others turn their heads and walk away, you can count on me to stay. And when one of us is gone, Phil says, shut up.
Yeah.
Hi, Phil.
You needed Valerie in here with you singing.
And one of us is left to carry on. Just the memories we'll have to do. Never mind. Okay.
I just saw a Facebook feed from Gwen where she's posting pictures of her and her, I guess it's her big sister.
Yeah.
They must have been hell when they were little. She's talking about going to the hospital, have bones fixed and whatnot.
Yeah, they were quite a pair.
Is she from Texas or is she from Oklahoma?
They're all Texas.
Oh, okay. There's lag.
Hi, lag. Yeah, you in the days we were growing up, in the you get out on summer break and there wasn't anything on TV except soap operas, so you went outside and just got suntan like little Indians and
Yeah.
just tore the neighborhoods up and
Where I grew up when I was little, we had a big forest, and then it turned into swamp. I mean, the further you went into the forest, it gradually turned into swamp. And there were so many forts built up inside of those trees in that forest. And, because there was a lot of construction going on, so we'd get scraps and we would build these things up in these trees. And God only knows, thinking back to it now, you'd have a platform built with like 6 nails.
yep.
It's a miracle that it wasn't the largest drop in male population since World War II during the late '60s, with all these little boys building tree houses. Good morning, Mr. Sadie.
Uh, Gwen is steadily making progress. She got out and went to a meeting in Waco with her business buddies, and oh, of course all of her business buddies had to try to walk up and hug her, and she's like, "Ow!"
Yeah, and it's
So
Gwen. It's Gwen, not Quinn. Good morning, Maggie.
played poker yesterday evening. And I got knocked out way early, but Sadie just kept playing and playing and playing, and he finished in fourth place
Way to go, Mr. Sadie.
and made over $1,000 payout.
So,
So he's gonna quit his job and just play poker from here on out.
so,
Hey
Mr. Sadie, that
Mateo,
means you're excuse me, you're only $9,000 down for the year.
Me?
No, Mr. Sadie, since he won
Oh,
1,000.
hell no, he's way up. He is way up.
Good morning, Mateo.
He will lose a lot of times, but he's got the strategies down to when his strategy does work, it works big time. So he made enough last night to pay for 100 entries into the tournament that he wanted on.
Dang.
So he could shoot on what he won yesterday. He's probably got 2 years worth of entry playing. Anyway.
Well, I was watching. It's been some time ago. I was watching this
Hi, Mark.
TV show about professional gamblers, professional poker players, and this one guy they interviewed said that he said you got to look at it as a business. You got bills to pay, and your job is to make money to pay the bills. And he said that he doesn't have the Rolex watch. He did at the time. He didn't have a Rolex watch, and he didn't wear the big diamonds and all that kind of stuff because he always made sure there was. Well, he had built his system up to the point where he had a year's worth of living expenses in the bank. So if he had a bad run of streak, he and his family, which was his wife and like 3 kids, was not going to become homeless. And that he knew how. He said, I had to learn how to say enough is enough for the night. Not run up a big debt with the casinos and whatnot. But I was really impressed with what he was saying was true. That he said there's a lot of gamblers that come and go because they don't know how to manage their money. Always and this is probably Mr. Sadie. Give one more hand, I'll turn it around.
Yeah.
Sounds like Mr. Sadie there has a pretty good grip on his cards.
There's a large group of gamblers that do video logs of their gambling, so they'll make a bunch of side money on YouTube with their videos. So a lot of times what they're gambling is money that they made from YouTube.
Right. Well, that's like the guy. Excuse me. The people that do all the scratchies. They have a YouTube channel where they're just doing nothing but doing scratch offs. Their wins fund their next video, and they make all their money off of the videos, not actually off of scratch offs. Because this one guy spent like $5,000 on scratch offs off of a book of, a whole new book of scratch offs. And he only won like 10% of what he had spent on it. But he had like 10 million views, which would probably, what's that, about $8,000 off of it.
So, and yeah, the top poker players in the world have become celebrities. So a lot of times a casino will pay their entry fee and give the players a hotel room to come and play in their tournament. And all they got to do is show up and maybe make a video about their playing and
now, do they do their video streaming live, or do they record it and then play it back afterwards? I'm not a card player, but I would just think that would be the way to do it, because then you wouldn't have 100 people out there watching everybody else play. And
The ones that do live, um, they put it on like a 5-minute delay
okay,
so that the hand that they're playing at the time,
was 5 minutes ago, or
yeah, that the information from the hand that's being played is there's no ability to share that with other players at
right.
the table.
Well, I just figured there had to be some way about it.
Um,
Mr. Sadie, you need to start your channel. Put some
yeah,
merch up there.
most of the video logs from players I've watched on YouTube are they're not live.
Well, they're sort of live. They're just delayed. Or
Well,
you say most of them have recorded it and playing it back.
yeah, some are recorded and then uploaded at the end of the day, and some are some are live. Like Renee, the Storage Wars guy,
Yeah.
he does video poker. He does lives, but it's on a 5-minute delay.
I'll be right back, Todd.
Okay, your nose is exploding. Yep, you hit a monster. Always count on lag, that's right. Thumbs up. Uh-huh. All right, I'll be right back too. Hang in there, folks. If you got them, smoke them.
I'm back. Good morning, Joanna. Todd's gone now too. Joanna, you won't have to go to the grocery store for the next year, will you? With all the food that you're putting up.
Okay, I'm back. Did you miss me?
I didn't even know you were gone until I sat back down.
Sorry, Joanna. I had to kiss an angel good morning.
Hey, Quinn.
Best show yet. 2 empty chairs.
Yeah, Joanna's been putting up a lot of veggies, canning a
Hey,
lot of stuff.
Ron.
She's
How
getting
you
ready to.
feeling, Ron? You were having health problems again. God, your garden is still growing. I don't think there's enough water in Texas to keep a garden alive in July. August.
It's supposed to be like 105 here today with the heat index. They're telling the old people to stay inside.
About the only crop that will still grow in August is okra, and it's because it's a originally an African plant, and it can take the heat. Yeah, how's your shoulder, Ron? Ron had a big cracked shoulder, pinched nerve.
No, I didn't see that, Joanna.
I bet that hurt like hell.
I tell you what,
Hi, Mike.
we have this stuff, and I don't know whether they have it in Texas or not because it was brought from China to the U.S. for erosion control, but that's kudzu. I'm telling you, if they would, you know how you get like rosebuds from the florist and it's in a little vial of water. If they would take about 1 million of those little vials with a clipping of kudzu and send it to Mars, within 5 years, Mars would not be the red planet anymore. It'd be the green planet because that sucker can grow when it's hot as hell and there's no water. If there's water, it really grows. But there's
Yep.
recipes on the internet for fried kudzu and kudzu salads and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Gwen is a
It
lot
is.
better. Gwen's having trouble sleeping because she's a flip flopper in bed. I mean, she'll change positions like 50 times in a night, and of course, every time she does, makes her sore. And some of the positions she has to sleep in to keep from hurting her incision makes her just sore from sleeping in that position.
Yeah, Joanne, it is here too.
I've heard
Um,
kudzu makes a good compost.
yeah, there's people that bale it. You know, they'll cut it and bale it when it's growing in areas where they can do that. But has she tried sleeping in a recliner?
No.
Tell her to give it a go. You know, to try it. Find the right position that she wants, like, you know, whether she wants to lay, if you've got a lay flat recliner. If not, then, you know, whatever the lowest it'll lay back.
Yep.
Try that. Because my neighbor had a triple bypass and he slept in a recliner for a month because that's the only way he could get comfortable. Even though his boxer wanted to sleep with him at night, he felt like, you know, Dad's legs are out on the recliner, so I'm supposed to lay on his legs when he's in the recliner. But tell her to try the recliner. One of her pups will sleep with her.
A dozen pancake. God, how do you eat a dozen
God,
pancakes?
I'd love to have a dozen pancakes right now.
It's science. Eat some turkey. Get that tryptophan going.
Yeah,
Uh,
if they could extract that and put it in a capsule, you know, they would have the ultimate sleeping medicine or sleep assist medicine.
yeah. Is Mark still here? Mark and I kind of got into a debate over schools. He was saying Yeah, schools are bad. They teach our kids to how to bunk their winky and how to act like transitioning to cats and stuff. And I was like,
Have a good
yeah,
day, Mr. Sadie.
those things have happened, but just to say all schools are bad, no. So hope he's not mad at me. I saw him come in though.
Who's that?
Mark,
Uh,
storage stacker.
oh,
He's a good guy, but it's like, are there bad cops in America? Well, sure, there's bad cops in America, but are all cops bad? And should we defund police forces? They tried that, but how long's that been? About 18 months ago?
yeah.
Leftists were saying we need to defund these uh, police forces because they're bad. And yeah, there are bad things, bad cops.
Well, there's good and bad everything. Ambulance chasers, lawyers have the worst rep for being ambulance chasers and everything else. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of lawyers out there that are good at what they do, and they do have a little bit of morals about them, and they just got to live with it. I mean, that's the reason we come up with names like Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. Things like
Yeah.
that.
And you can say that about anything. Are there bad resellers?
Yeah, of course there is.
Yes.
There's
Does
bad everything out there mixed in with the goods.
does that make all resellers bad? Are there scammers on eBay? Yeah. Are all eBay resellers bad? No. So Mark was kind of saying, yeah, schools are bad. They're teaching our kids bad things, and it's true. Some schools do,
Yeah.
but it's also true that most schools don't.
Well, that's just it, and that's where our media comes into it. They don't. They always are doing the radical parents throwing down at school board meetings and stuff like that, but they don't ever talk about how many school board meetings go about and they don't ever have any problems. Or, they're not picketing in schools because the parents don't like what the schools are teaching. I mean, there's a lot of all of it.
Hey, who? How you doing? We got stackers and preppers in here. That's good.
Well,
Mateo, man, he texted me his spreadsheet of gold and silver stuff, and I'm like, oh my god. I thought I had a bunch of gold and silver, but Mateo puts me to shame, man. And he doesn't just have stacks of gold; he's got stacks of collectible.
right. So the value is even more than just the gold value of it. I'm assuming.
Thanks, Joanna. Nah, I don't. I don't. We don't do the show for thumbs up. I mean, it's okay if you do. If the show got more popular, what would that do to the show? Anything?
Then you'd have to get liberal, and then Scott would start talking about that damn old man over on the Silverhairstacker show about being so liberal and whatnot. And
Yeah,
that would just make
that
you more
or
money because more people would have to come over and see what the old bastard over there is doing. And
yeah, would Would have to round us up some sponsors if we got big, huh?
Yeah, you'd have to get
Get
you some sponsors.
get some payment for all this fun and joy.
Well, you mentioned the stackers, the preppers, the resellers. I was watching
Hoosier's
at
he's a
4:30 this
big
morning.
prepper.
I was watching this video this morning, and it was talking about the potential we have for another major recession, just because of the historic things that are going on. You know, the interest rates and everything going up, um, and the fact that we have not stabilized from coming off of COVID. And you know, there's some people out there that's really concerned about what's going to happen. So my question to the resellers out there, because one of the things that they're talking about doing is people are not going to have the money to spend on stuff. So my
Barbara
question is,
Carbone.
so my question is, um, do we as a industry need to turn it up and try to get as much product out there available while people allegedly have money to spend, or is it just poo-poo and just keep on business as usual? Because I mean, you know, people like uh, Todd and I, we do 20 or 30 listings. You know, we're just wasted. It's time to go to bed. And then there's people like Bridget and Chris that can knock out 100 listings in a day and then go out and party all night. I mean,
Lag watched my video about. I bought 2 ounces of sterling silver jewelry at a garage sale Friday.
yeah, saw that. I need you to.
Stuff like these earrings, and I've already got some of it listed and put into my inventory. Just little sterling silver stuff that they wanted 50 cents for a piece of jewelry, and so I said, okay, I'll take the ones that have STERLING written on the back. Thank you. So Lag said, any cool finds? The same sale I got the sterling from, I bought this hedge clipper for $5 and it sold for 104. That's a pretty cool return on investment right there.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of stackers in here. I got to get out some silver. If it's going to be a stacker show, I got to show some silver, huh?
Yeah.
It's a requirement.
I got a bicycle tire. Actually, it's this one right here. This is the way they do them. Rolled up like this. A guy made me an offer 50 cents less than what I was asking for it.
Okay. We can do that.
But I responded to him and said, yes, I'll accept your offer. I said, but you know, it's already marked down. And I said, I'm expecting payment now. And dang, I accepted his offer. And I mean, I hadn't taken my hand off the button fast that long, and it already, you know, ding, I got paid for it. And then I noticed that a lot of things now has, if you accept an offer, you know, and they're automatically charged for it. So, which I guess they're just phasing that in more and more and more. Depends on Geritol. Do they even make Geritol anymore?
I don't know. Geritol always sponsored that what was that variety show? Um, Lawrence Welk or one of
Yeah.
those stacker preppers. Please stand up. I don't do it. I don't prep as hard as I used to.
Um, but Geritol was supposed to have had a lot of iron in it, and men are not supposed to get a lot of iron.
Well, a bunch of people bought that and took it though.
Yeah, I know they did. They made them wealthy, but I'm just saying that now it's come out to show that men sometimes they need an iron supplement, but it's not necessarily on that value. Is that
Saint Saint Cyril.
okay?
This is I think a Russian, no, Czech coin.
Okay, because the cross that he was showing up looked like it was Cyrillic, like the Russian Orthodox Church or something like that, not the RCs.
Panda. Happy civic holiday. Yeah, England or I know Ireland's having a bank holiday today. Um, Canada is also, huh?
What's the holiday?
She just called it civic holiday. I don't know what that means. Hey, John, who's your stacker?
The panda. Where'd you get that one from?
China. Duh.
You didn't get it off Timu, did you?
No.
No, I knew that, but I was talking about, did you buy it from a vendor, an online vendor source, or did you buy it
Yeah, I
locally? Or
probably got it from a bullion dealer. This
okay,
one's 2011. They
is
used to
that
make pandas 1 ounce. This is a 1 ounce one.
okay?
But then they switched over and started making them 30 grams. And an ounce is 31.1 grams. So,
So it's not quite a ounce.
right. Got some Mexican. Yep, there she is, her bare-breasted angelic self.
Now, as far as money goes, did you pay at it's a potential collector's coin value, or did you buy it at the silver value?
Most of what I have is just for stacking. I don't buy a lot of collectible stuff.
Well, I know, but I was just talking about I'm sure the ones that's considered collectibles are worth more than
Yeah, it's like a Morgan dollar like this.
right.
Depending on condition, this is probably worth $40. But the silver value is probably only about 20. Just depends on what it is, how bad somebody wants it. Year of the Ram, that's got some toning on it, huh?
Yeah, it looks like it's been sitting in some water for a while. you know, the what it right along the bottom of it.
I just pimped you out. Thank you. Who?
I
Hoosier gives away silver. He's crazy. But he gets lots of views. He does a Saturday night bingo. And all you have to do is show up and then they'll pick you out some numbers to play bingo with, and you just play bingo, and if you win silver.
wow.
10-ounce bar. Yep. All this stuff is just when I need it in retirement, or if I don't need it, the boys are going to inherit it.
Well, I got a bunch of I got one of those plastic shoe boxes half full of just broken silver jewelry and stuff like that. I just throw it in it, put the lid on it. that's come out of storage units, and I just pile it up in there.
Yeah,
Just like,
people do not have money now. Wait until the defaults are underway. Yeah, people are going to start defaulting on those loans, and
well,
people
that's
are.
what I keep telling my children that do not have houses, that are living in apartments, that they need to be banking their money because they've got jobs. I mean, my oldest, well, my youngest son actually is in the medical industry, so he's going to have a job. But and his wife's she's a nurse, so they probably going to continue to have jobs for a good time. I keep telling them they need to be banking their money because when these foreclosures start, they'll be able to get them a good price on a house. And if they got a good enough down payment, they
Air
they can get the
titties.
loans. Sorry, I just looking at this watch. It was like, what happened to the back off of it?
If you get thumbs up, you might get some backers. Ring doorbell, gun safes, silver safes. Yeah, whatever.
Todd's got safes inside of his safe. His is so big.
Yeah, you have to
You
have to
gotta
get past the
you gotta swing across that rope to get to
yeah
across the crocodile infested.
the piranha pit and the
Yeah.
crocodile pit.
And when you started mentioning the snake pit, I told him right then I don't even want to know where you live. Cause sweet David,
Hercules, Hercules.
is that who that is?
Yep, that's the 50 franc Hercules.
Now that big bar of silver you had, what did you say that was? 10 ounces?
Yeah, this one's 10 ounces.
How big a bar of silver can you buy?
Uh, let's see, those goodie bars are 1,000 ounces, right? Good bars. What do they call them? I think they're 1,000 ounces. That's about the biggest I think I've heard of. So it's like one in the silver market, one full share of the silver market is 1,000 ounces. So they're supposed to have all those tons of silver to back up the silver market, which if you believe that, then you're wrong. There's a 2017 panda. China made some cute designs of pandas.
Yeah, getting that American money.
There's a Maui 1 ounce.
Well, I like that with the well on it.
Yep. They made some pretty coins. Look at that mirror finish. You would call this proof like. Just cool stuff.
They don't
Catch.
make gold coins like that, do they? Or not as many different varieties, or do they?
I think
Because
so.
I'm not into, I don't really have a big knowledge on things like that. Because when we buy stuff, I just go to whatever the hell the name of that place is we order from, and they ship it to us.
Uh, I don't know for sure that it was Navajo Mateo, but it's exactly like the Navajo designs. See, I just got that at they were moving some old lady into assisted living or something out of her house. So they were just clearing out her house. And there was a tote of jewelry, and I just picked out the silver. So I don't know if that necklace was is Navajo or not. I don't. There weren't any markings on it besides kind of a sunburst design.
Right.
Let's see if I can find it real quick. And I couldn't. I did a little Google search, not very long, but I could not find the any matching designs. So it's probably an artist. This is called liquid silver. A whole bunch of skinny beads of silver. It's got 10 strands. So this is more than an ounce of silver for 50 cents. And you probably can't see with my crummy camera, but there's like a sunrise or a sunburst
Right.
design on it.
So that 50 cents got you, what's the melt value of that?
Well, it's 40 grams of sterling, so that'd probably be. And then you got the cord that holds it together, so
Right.
it's probably right at an ounce, probably $24 of silver if you melted it.
Well, that's a good return on your investment.
Yeah, 50 cents into $24. That's pretty good. Got to show some silver on the Stacker Show. Yeah.
Later, Hooser. Have a great day.
Oh, is who going?
Yeah, he's said he's got to head out and get some stuff done before tonight.
Yeah, he's a busy guy. Still is a Sony. Yeah, it was made in where's steel made? Germany? No.
Pittsburgh.
No. I want to say some Scandinavian country maybe makes those. Real high quality stuff. I
Do
could
they
have
still?
held out for another 10 or 15 bucks on that, but I took the offer of 104.
Yeah, that's Todd. He's a damn thief. He's a smooth criminal. He goes in there and
I just paid what they asked. Don't tell me I'm a thief.
smooth talks them old ladies at the thrift store and
Mateo, man, he's got just bunches of rare collectible coins.
well, I've tried to instill into my sons now that they don't have it, they have a lot of disposable income. They should be picking up like bars of gold and, well, I say bars, the little 1 ounce deals of gold. And so when they get to be as old as us, they should be sitting on a pretty good retirement fund.
Yep.
And I can tell they're just ignoring the hell out of me. But the last thing I'm gonna say to them on my deathbed, besides "I've always loved you guys since the first time I held you," is I told you should have been wasting that money on all kinds of crap you've been buying and been buying gold all these years. You'd be richer than Todd was. Well, that's just it, Felix. But even if they buy a Rolex watch, I kind of choke up on that word because they're so fugly. and just leave it in their safety deposit box or their little safe or whatnot. You know, in 20 years, it should, when they're in their 40s, almost 50s, it should be worth some money. James, dude, I don't know where the hell you're at, but it's too damn hot to be out stripping the stain off of a deck. I hope you're someplace where it's cool. What's it supposed to be like in your neck of the woods, Todd, today?
Hot, dry. Let's see. I can give a more accurate description than hot and dry.
Well, like I said, my wife, when she went to work this morning, she had to go to the office today.
There's your high for today, 105.
Well, that's what she said that they were saying on the radio today. Our high is supposed to be with the heat index.
No, that's not with the heat index. Will probably run it up to
110.
110. Yeah, but it's a dry heat. We're dry right now. Todd made a lot of old friends in the silver community, and when they die, he swoops in. That's right.
That's right. Yeah.
Hearse chaser.
Have y'all seen the commercials on YouTube? Mothers for weather control or some crap. I don't remember what it's actually called. It's talking about, you know, global warming and all that kind of stuff is real and blah 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 blah. They're really getting desperate.
Yep. Nearing the end of season 3 on the Who bingo nights. A business question. Ask away, Ron. Sorry, I'm getting behind in the chat. What's your question, Ron? Buying silver rounds always get to.
What are airtights?
They're the little plastic capsules that go around coins.
Oh, so it makes them virtually airtight?
Well, they're supposed to. Some do a better job than others.
Well, I learned something today.
What an airtight is?
Yeah, what an airtight is. I have a list.
Oh, you can do it either way. Ron, you'll save a little shipping if you sell them all at once. You selling on eBay? Yeah, those will sell good individually. Yeah.
You know, Todd's sitting there going, I wonder how much you'll take for all 11 of them at one buy.
Silver and gold, silver and gold. I don't know the rest of the song. 25 kilogram. Man, I'm way behind.
What would a 25 kilogram? What would that be worth?
Yeah, the Comex bars are 1,000 ounces, I think. Comex, yeah.
Wow.
Using 1,000 ounce bar for a doorstop, it would get the job done. Gray Marquee watch scandal. There you go. Harry.
All of Todd's gold coins are just piled up in the middle of his vault because he likes to get naked and go in there and just waller in them.
Yep.
Like a pig in the mud. He just gets in there and wallers around in them.
Yeah, they do. And they make them with like those Vegas ones have the naked chicks on them. I used to have one of those. I think I sold it. They'll sell for good money on eBay. Yeah, it doesn't bother me if my silver tarnishes because virtually all of it is just generic silver value.
Right.
Man, I'm behind. Liquid silver feels nice in the hand. It is kind of,
Explain that.
well, it's just so long and flexible and smooth. Liquid silver, like this necklace.
Oh, like that's considered liquid silver.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they call that kind of a necklace when you
Okay.
got their little bitty tubes of kind of like beads, little bitty tubes of silver, and they just string them all together.
Have any of
Bahoo.
you stackers ever thought about going someplace and mining for gold? You know, all the TV shows, not on that big a scale, but I'm just talking about, you know, vacation, hobby.
Cha-ching. What did I sell? Bissell Febreze style filters. All right. Still selling vacuum filters.
Well, that's good.
I still got a bunch. God, I bought so many vacuum cleaner filters. Jeez.
Well, at least you're not like Scott and sell. You got 10,000 pairs of ladies' underwear or packages of ladies' underwear.
Oh, wow, Brenda. 14 karat raw gold ring in the garden. It's been nourishing your plants.
Damn, you are way back there behind.
Bye, James. Yeah, crap.
Hell, he's already got the first part of his neck cleared by now.
Wow. People are talkative in the side chat this morning.
Yeah.
Okay, Harry, if you're still here, bye. Vintage memories. I went in on an old gold mine. All I got was these old blue jeans. Don't hate the piano man.
Oh, shut up, Scott. Dang.
Yeah, that's the first piano reference we've had today. Darn it, I'm slipping.
I'm gonna take my. I'm gonna have to get one of these old laptops working so I can go mobile and go sit down at my piano, play some tunes as
Yep.
background music.
Yeah, I got how many? You got any orders going out, Tom?
I've got 6.
That's pretty good.
I've
All
got
bicycle.
a couple of bicycle parts. It's a woven Jamaican looking purse that I've had listed for like 10 years.
Wow.
Just a bunch of, I got a filter for, not a filter, a wick for kerosene heater. What was that other stuff? Bicycle parts. I want people to. I got about 2 dozen of these back things, these gears for the back of a bicycle.
Sprockets.
Yeah, I got about 10 of them. They call them something else uh, that I wish that people would go ahead and start buying because those things are like, I've got them discounted at $50 a piece. And
I learned the word sprocket by watching the Jetsons.
yeah, Spacely Sprockets.
That's right. Tom remembers.
Yeah,
Who's
those were
old?
good cartoons.
Who's old enough to remember the Jetsons?
My favorite cartoon of all was Johnny Quest
Yeah, that
because
was
he
a
lived
good one.
such an exciting life for a 10-year-old. Him and Haji.
Yep. Race Bannon.
Yeah. Which, for those that didn't know, Haji was a Quest also because he was adopted by the doctor. There's your little bit of trivia for the day.
Dr. Quest. Swamp
Eggman.
Picker. Bum Crack Picker. Is the back gear thing called a cassette? I've never heard it called that. Mateo owned both and
No,
Watson some more.
it's got something other. It's got another. This is for like a 24 speed bicycle. I didn't even know they had made the damn thing.
Do, do, do. You want to. What's a Rosie? Is that like a Roosevelt dime? Do, do, do. That's right. Man, I remember I was like 12 years old and I got my first English racer. It had 3 speeds.
Yeah, I had one of those too.
And you switch speeds up by twisting the handlebar.
Yeah.
The thing always needed adjusting.
Yeah, I had one of those too. I had the bicycle with the built-in, the built-in, like on the crossbar in the middle of it. It had like this metal thing that would hook up to it that had like a light in it, headlights on it. But
Yeah.
hell, back in them days, who could afford damn batteries? Rode the hell out of that thing. Well, get your old crusty ass in here then, Scott.
I don't know. I didn't look at it close enough. Exciting is watching paint dry. What the hell? You missed the serious conversation, Beard. Sorry you woke up late.
Yeah, you get your butt up in the morning.
9,000 tons. That'd be a lot.
Damn, if I was as rich as Todd and Felix is, I'd have a bank vault full of gold and silver and watches.
No, I don't. 24K, that's a lie. You got more gold than me.
Yeah.
Hey, Jennifer.
Hey, Jennifer. What was his? What was the? Excuse me for a second.
Oh, well, you didn't come on the show. I sent you an invite, but there you go. I had kind of a I had a kick-ass week of sales, and then Saturday and Sunday they were just eh. I made money, but I made a lot more last weekend than this weekend. Do, do, do. Off to the $1 sale. Bye, Beth. 4:15. Yeah, lag's always got to be better than everybody else. I get up earlier. I look prettier. I eat pancakes. Hmm.
Oh,
Do, do. Phil is still asleep. Oh, okay. You got to do so you pack all your weekend orders and you got to take all the stuff to the Van Massey auction. That's a busy Monday. Smiley face.
I just post. If y'all want to see what Scott's with Todd's vault looks like, y'all just go to that link right there. Todd's is just like Jack's is.
What? Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Jack goes into the vault. What he got gas mask on for?
Yeah. Oh Lord, those were the days.
That was before my day.
Yeah, mine too. Mine too. I get on a kick every once in a while I'm watching you old TV shows like What's My Line and
Like it's pancake flexing. Barbara
like, what are
Cavone,
you
you
going to
still
do when your
here?
mom kicks the bucket? You'll be too old to be adopted by another mom.
I know. He's gonna suffer.
Somebody will show up at the house and go down into the basement and find him sitting at his computer, just a skeleton because he sat there and
I know.
died because he didn't know how to cook.
He'll be curled up in a fetal position. So I
Either
got
that
like
or he'll jump out into the middle of a busy highway when she
just
goes.
just end it all.
Yeah.
Mom's gone. I'm gonna go be with her. Yeah.
He'll be like one of the astronauts from the '60s. He'll get a cyanide capsule out.
8 and 4. Dang. I wish I knew she was ordering the last of them. So I just sold 3 vacuum cleaners to one buyer. And she said, I'll buy all you have left. But back in deep storage, I think I got 20 more of them.
Are they are they getting rare or something?
No, I don't think so. I've had these a long time. That's just all I had listed at the time. Once in a while, eBay will put a limit on how many of the same item I can put up, and I'm like, why would they do that? What if somebody wants to buy every one you've got, and the eBay only allows you to put a listing for 25 of them? That's just stupid, eBay.
Yeah, because they make money off. They make their money off of when things go out the door, I think they'd want to make it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to send the lady. Hey, I do have more of these. They just weren't listed yet.
Deep storage, the living room, the dining room. No, it's under his guest bed. That's where it's at.
Back in my grown son's old bedroom. Hang on, I gotta go pee.
Go ahead. Sorry, I went off on my own little tangent there. Let me see what else is going on in here. Blah, blah, blah. How did he blow the tire, Felix? Your children are still teenagers, aren't they, Felix? Or the younger ones? He's lying. You should have said, son, I was a teenage boy at one time. You're lying. You know exactly how you blew that tire. All boys? You got a girl in there. I didn't think they had potholes where you live at. I thought the roads were perfect over there. We buy our tires from a place called God love you. We buy our place from a place called Discount Tire, and we always pay the $15 to get the warranty on them. And I haven't put on my Outlook. I haven't put a tire on it in 5 years. Because if they can't fix it, they replace it. Unless it's just, a May pop, something like that. All it's got to have is like a 1/4 inch tread, and they replace them. And the tire, it costs about $2,000 to replace good tires on that Outlook. So this is not a paid advertisement. I'm just saying. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, John. It's like heaven over there. They use gold for pavement.
Yep. So yeah, the lady bought the last 3 packages I had listed, but I bet I've got 20 more.
So has that listing dropped off?
Yeah, she
So why
bought the
don't you?
last 3 I had listed, so the listing dropped. I gotta
So why don't you throw it back up there real fast, like?
Yeah, I'll send her a message saying, hey, by the way, I've got more of these.
And if you want to save on shipping,
Yeah, so,
just a thought. I mean, really.
I mean, these weigh like 4 ounces, so I had like $4 shipping on. I don't know if I can get 3 of them under a pound. Let me see. How much does 3 of them weigh? Yep, 14 ounces. So the 3 will go ground advantage, the old first class. Yeah, multiple listings. Man, I've had these listed a long time. I've sold a few of them, but
Send her a listing saying if you buy 7, I can throw them at. shipping only would be the price of a priority box for all of them, which probably be cheaper, and you can get rid of all of them or get rid of a bunch of them.
Yeah, I'll just relist them and say, hey, I've got 25 more of these.
Yeah, put 25 up there at one time. How many you want? I'll give you a special deal on shipping. That's what Scott needs to do with all his daggum women's draws he's got. He needs to just make some big lots up and sell them to sell them to resellers, not resellers, flea market sellers. Good morning, Cajun.
Do, 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 do. Johnny! Sorry I missed your show. Victoria went long on her show, so we went right into my show after that.
Wow.
Johnny always has a show at Cajun Roots. Johnny, he always has a show at 7:30 on weekdays, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern.
Cajun made me think of something yesterday. The name Cajun, not Johnny. I was in a Walmart yesterday, and this guy had all this kind of stuff, and he had a son with him. And the man said, "It's going to be a minute. We're having a problem." So I said, there was nobody behind him, and all the other lines, of course, in the Walmart had 30 people in line waiting to check out. So I said, I'll just wait. So we were talking, and his son is going to LSU. I said, are you setting him up with his first department? He says, no, he's going to college. I said, did he just graduate from high school? He said, yeah. I said, he looks like he's about 25 years old, and because he had a full beard, and he is a big guy, not fat, just a big old guy. He said, yeah, he does. And he's the baby, and he looks the oldest. But anyway, they'd rung him up once, and there was one of his items that had some kind of code that they had, authorization code, and they didn't know what it was. So they went back through and rang it up a second time, which is the time that I walked up there, because they were looking to see if something popped up that said authorization code required. Nothing popped up. So I said, just a thought, why don't you ring up all of the small appliances, electronics together, just those, and see if it's something inside of there. And he said, and I heard this voice say, that sounds like a good idea to me. And it was the loss prevention guy, which is now like over all the Charlotte stores, that I used to deal with when I was doing merchandising for a company at one of the Walmarts. And so they rang up all the appliances, and it went through no problem. And then they rang up all the other stuff, and that was where the problem was. And what it turned out to be, it was a set of $30 steak knives that there's some kind of, I guess, when it goes into the store to be sold, they have to have an authorization to make them active. I don't know. Anyway, that was the case. So if you're ever in a Walmart line, suggest that they do that, split up the order, because that girl was getting ready to start ringing them all up again, which was afflicted, So it was, like you said, it was a set of wood-handled shocks or something like that, steak knives. They were $30. I told the dad, $30? I was 30 years old before I had a knife, more or less a set of knives that cost $30. So there's your little story today. Watch it again. Just watch the show again, Lag. And they had this. They had the store manager and the loss prevention guy happened to walk up, like I said. But they had the front end manager, the co-manager, trying to figure out what all this was. Because sooner or later, if they were going to keep ringing it up, by the time they kept splitting the orders, sooner or later they would have got down to the item that was the holdup. You were talking about schools earlier. I would hate to have a child getting ready for back to school, because these lists that these schools have out for the students. Man, this one lady had 2 kids with her, so I'm assuming everything in the buggy was hers. She spent like $150 on school supplies. $150. I remember back in the days when we had to ride the horses to school if we couldn't walk, where you had to have a three ring binder, which you usually had the fake blue denim on the outside of it. 6 composition books, and I'm talking about spiral bound ones, not these bound ones like they have now. A box of pencils and some pens, a ruler, and you were good. Now you got to have all these art supplies and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, nothing pisses off parents more than when they get to the end of the school year and the kid drags home a bunch of brand new unused stuff that they had to buy at the beginning.
Well, this one lady that was she walked up behind me and she was waiting too. She only had a few things in her buggy, and I said, "You don't have enough stuff for back to school." She said, "Oh, yes, I do too." She says, "My teacher, my daughter's teacher, before we even got the list sent out, she had, all the students' contact information and stuff like that. She sent out an email to all the parents saying, do not use the school's list for school supplies. I will send you what you need." And she said, and that's it. And it was what I said earlier. She looked like she was a middle schooler. A 3-ring binder, some spiral bound notebooks, some pencils, pens, a ruler, and it was like the protractor compass kit. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
Glenn, you remember them blue binders? I mean, that was it.
Yeah.
And now these kids have these big old backpacks that are full of stuff. I don't remember ever having the need for something like that. Yeah. Yeah, they want all that other stuff too, Jennifer. And I've got friends that are teachers, and I can understand that, they spend a lot of their own money on stuff. So anytime I find bargains, I always buy it and save it for them. I go to a yard sale and I find a bunch of unused spiral bound notebooks that they want 5 cents a piece for. I pick them up. Yeah, Felix, I know y'all used to have flying carpets back in y'all's day. Well, Mateo, they weren't delivered by horse-drawn wagons, but I remember the Kohlberg milkman delivering milk to our house every week. And to this day, my brother said, my younger brother, who was the big milk drinker, he said that was the coldest milk that has ever. It was colder than it was when you go to the supermarket and buy it. So, Todd, you getting all those packed up?
Oh, I'm fiddling around with relisting them and stuff.
Uh, well,
Sorry,
it's
not
10:20.
making a very good conversationalist here.
That's all right. I'm just running my mouth. I didn't realize it was 10:21. I got to get out of here. I got a bunch. Since she's not here today, I can make lots of noise by moving stuff around and
Yep.
getting things organized. And I
Well,
know
all right.
everybody needs to get on with what they got to do too.
Let's get these. I got 11 orders. Yay. Not very exciting after the week I had, but
Now,
it can't all be amazing.
when with Gwen's issues, her health issues. Let me clarify that she's liable to come to Charlotte and box my ears. What issues are you referring to? Her health issues. You don't think that's going to be a hindrance on y'all's vacation this winter, do you?
Nah. This winter. It's only like 3 weeks away.
Well, I wasn't going to. Oh, Jesus. That means I'm going to have to do the show every weekday, aren't I?
I don't care if you do or don't.
Uh,
I probably won't watch. I might. I don't know. If I get a slow time on the cruise ship, I'll tune in maybe on the phone.
well, depending on the time of day, if if the Wi-Fi will carry it, I might stream going through the locks when we go to Panama.
Oh, okay.
Because
That'd
I'm
be
looking
cool.
forward to that. That's something I always wanted to.
I
That's on my
want
bucket list.
I want to see your video of you in the piano bar on the cruise ship,
Okay,
playing a few tunes. Yeah,
okay, I'll do that.
I'm kind of partial to ragtime. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm not too good at ragtime. I like Billy Joel and that type of music. But I'll be whittling. I'm whittling down on my bucket list now. If I can just get to Egypt one time before I kick off, I'll have the major places done. I've been to Australia and I've been to Moscow, and so after this trip, the last one that will be on my list is Egypt. And they have some pretty cool cruises in Egypt. So we might not with Carnival, of course. Might have to try that. So maybe
Yeah.
we'll have the reseller cruise on the Nile in Egypt.
Yeah.
It'll be cooler than it is in frickin' Texas, I'm sure.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. The temperatures were the three people that I've seen do the cruises. It didn't get over the 100 mark, and y'all bang the 105 mark a lot. So anyway, I got to get out of here. Todd,
All right.
have a great one. See y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.
And end broadcast. Boom. We're out of here.